new game. So it's a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents portrayed in this game are products of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual events or locals or persons, living or dead, is entirely coincidental. Read content warning. Startling sounds. Descriptions, text and audio of violent actions. Offensive language. Holy shit, there's fucking motherfucking shit and fucking offensive language in this shit. Who the fuck knew that shit was gonna fucking happen? Motherfuck shit. Okay, we do not endorse these actions and words. They only help establish our storytelling and characters.
Hello, listener. Thank
Hello,
you for
listener.
acquiring this radio system. We are going to calibrate your device.
Okay.
Great. Now, if any time during calibration you want to pause, you can. Let's try it out. Press the key you've selected for the open close menu action to pause and open the menu. Is something wrong? You need to press the key you've selected for the open close menu action to pause the game. Let's try it out. Press the key you've selected for the open close menu.
I don't know what key I selected. Hang on, I gotta plug my phone back in. Oh. Return and escape.
So, with this radio system, you can navigate through different radio stations and interact with their hosts. Depending on what info you give them, you might even get a reaction.
Listen, fast forward, rewind, send a clip, record. Okay.
Want to know how it works exactly? Let's try this. I need you to find the answer to this question. Who is the #1 radio DJ? I bet you can find the answer on another station. Let's try that. You can change the station you're listening to by pressing the keys you've selected for the. Did you need something? Maybe you.
I think my colleague asked you to look for something here, right?
#1 radio DJ.
A question. The answer lies somewhere in the following clips. When you think you've found it, you can record it by pressing the key you've selected for.
Look for it by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station left and.
So, here's.
Maybe you forgot the question I asked.
We.
Who is the #1 radio DJ? I know my colleague has the answer on the other station. Please go look for it by pressing the keys you've selected for the change.
By Michelle, the #1 radio DJ. Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the
Alright, so I gotta rewind now. Rewind is. There's no rewind.
best radio DJ in the country. You recorded something. Great. Now, you might have heard me repeat some sentences. Let's face it, that can be a bit annoying. Thankfully, you have the possibility to. To do so, just press the key you've selected for the fast forward action and you'll skip the clip being played.
Fast forward is space.
Let's try it out. I'll tell you Michelle on Fresh FM has a sidekick named Bob. There are many more radio frequencies. I hope you like music. Nice one. Now, remember the clip you recorded before about the #1 DJ? If you forgot what you recorded, don't worry. Press the key you've selected for the listen action to listen to your
Okay, so now we can listen. And that is the turn.
Recorded clip. Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country. All right, we're almost done. It's time to send your answer
So the answer to send it is up arrow.
to the other station. Please switch back to my colleague by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station left and change station right actions. If you want to send your clip to my colleague, please switch back to their station. Please
To me by pressing the key you select. Remember, the question was.
If you want to send your clip to my colleague, please switch back to their station.
I
thought
don't
I
think
did.
that's the right answer, but sometimes a wrong answer can cause exciting things to happen. So don't worry about it. Just interact with the radio hosts as much as you want, and you'll enjoy yourself. By the way, there was a specific beep when you sent me the clip. When you hear this sound, it means you won't be able to interact with your radio anymore. It will happen before every important announcement. Just pay extra attention to what is broadcasted then. Just to be sure you understand, I need you to try to interact with your device. See? Nothing happened.
Yeah. Training this
Those
tutorial
moments are
that.
here to make sure you don't miss out on important content. Before we leave you to the real radio shows out there, remember that you can pause the game and access the menu anytime by pressing the key you've selected for the open-close menu action. In this menu, you'll find useful options to customize your experience. There is also a gesture reminder.
What was the fast forward button?
Finally, thank you again for
Chapter 1.
It's Monday!
Listening to Winston, I can't reveal more about. We have to keep our radio frequency hidden, or the police will. Some of you know the truth. Some of you have even found us. Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find
Okay.
the truth.
Radio station around.
Your number one.
Time again. I'm NSB.
So what is this supposed to be? A hair dryer? A glass breaking?
Listening for more. Doesn't sound like anything on this one.
Traffic info. Slow-moving traffic in the usual places.
Observe a quiet weekend in.
That's my rant of the day. You're very welcome.
Okay.
Or a real technological possibility. Also, stay tuned for our daily review of the newspaper headlines. Today with special guest Mark Hillard, who recently swam the channel to raise money
So what
for
exactly
vaccine
are we
safety.
supposed to be listening for?
We have to keep our radio frequency hidden, or the police will find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Research. Plus, overcrowding on the tracks. How will railways survive the growing number of travellers? It's a full hour. happening
there
in
was
the
a
world.
question.
But first, over to our reporter on location, Tommy Begay. Every Monday, Tommy visits a location where the news of the future is being made. Where are you today, Tommy?
Thanks, Fred. I'm here at the Galena...
Revolutionary.
Well, Fred,
So we can
I'm
skip
sure
through if
you
we
know
want.
that and there is a new... Well, Fred, if it's safe,
But is it?
let's ask the farm.
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have more discussions.
Something's happening.
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find...
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is... She will have 4 people, according to the police.
Control reminders. There's... Record is a down.
The 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group. The police is... If a secret group uses radio waves to share information... If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency? The University of Amentos has been rewarded the prestigious award for teaching excellence. Vice-Chancellor of the University...
One Monday question.
Measuring our existence.
So we take that question and go
Yeah,
back to
couple
the
of-
radio set. Then we go to controls, and it is to send the clip with the up arrow.
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency? Do hidden radio frequencies exist? And if so, how do we unlock them?
Thank you for sending us your comments. At this moment, our system is not working. Your message will not be saved. We are sorry for the inconvenience.
Review of the newspaper head.
It's your democratic duty.
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Wow, that is an intense question this early in the morning.
Okay, so not them.
Radio waves? Well, our microwave oven is covered in mess.
Sounds like one of those spooky conspiracy theories. Ooh.
Scary, Bob. Where were we? And
Let me guess. We should all vote no.
They're trying to influence you in any way they can.
Looks like we've got a proper question for our dear friend Anon.
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Now, we are getting somewhere.
Okay.
You're getting a bit overexcited.
But this is the real deal. Listen, there are empty frequencies in the
Ow.
airwaves, frequencies that seem unused.
Let me guess. They're not.
Exactly. Sources say that if you record one particular sound, you decode the entire frequency and reveal its true nature.
Isn't that magical?
It's not magic. The public encryption key is hidden behind the audio file.
And you officially lost me there.
Believe me or not, the last frequency I decoded was protected by the sound of broken glass. I recorded it on my radio and...
Broken glass.
Find somebody who knows about... Ask him the right question.
Well, I guess it's that time again. I'm NSB.
So now we need to record broken glass. And that is going to be with the down arrow.
If you're listening to this, it means you found us.
All right, we found it.
Congratulations. You have taken the first step in your awakening. You have connected.
You have
You are
connected.
being lied to so much more than you know. The time loop is already in place. The vote is irrelevant. We are already repeating ourselves.
Are we?
Those who control the present control the future. Keep listening. Keep sharing. Reclaim time.
Okay. Complete chapter 1.
We've uncovered new information that needs to be shared. Information that is too important not to get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the... Here are the facts. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. Amal Macmillan is the
So it's
person
one of
who
those time
ordered
loop
to activate
things.
the time loop prematurely. She acted without democratic consent and spread the news and make sure it sticks beyond. Our own organization is still small, but your help will make. They've not yet reported on these conspiracies. They ignore us. If there are many of us, we will not be ignored.
You did that, right?
Researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health. Am I correct?
Yes. You have to remember to get...
Your report mentioned, should we be worried?
Let me...
Are you talking...
Regarding the...
So in real life, a brain...
You're twisting my word.
I'm not saying it. If this...
We actually...
There was also an interesting...
Indeed, which is interesting.
Has your research...
I'm not giving out...
But if you can't advise...
The government doesn't...
But they're no...
I trust that they are also concerned about public...
So what did I just do?
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive. Minister Macmillan has promised to provide them with extra foreign and your
I trust that they are also
Okay.
concerned about public...
So we're going to try this again. The down button.
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive. Minister Macmillan.
Fresh FM. It's time for my
So it's the send clip.
favorite segment. Yay! It's time for Tall Tales. Today we're calling Rakeem, who has an...
Yes?
Is that...
Wow.
Your story is one of the tallest tales we've ever heard.
Our tall tale meter has been set up and calibrated, so bring it on.
Thanks for all your messages. By the way, we just love audience participation.
You mean you love getting fan mail?
At least I actually get some. Anyway, your best chance to get on the air is to send something that actually ties in with what we're talking. Thanks for all your messages. Bye.
Be there. I'll be there as a member of the polling staff, handing out ballots. Another great reason to go and vote. We have a message from a student.
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive.
Jenny, why did you pick this one?
Why did you?
We wanted to take every reaction seriously, right?
True. I have no further comments, though. Back to politics.
Not really.
Girl, you're awesome. Anyone should jump on the opportunity to meet you at the voting office and talk to you in person.
Thanks.
But seriously, get informed. Don't believe everything you hear, but start researching. You owe it to yourself.
We'll be talking about the vote all week, so if you have thoughts or opinions...
We need to find out how this time loop will impact our lives. The pro and con time loop. Meanwhile, here are the West Canteen will. So if you're hungry, also the study advice starting this. If
I have an announcement from Carthage. The society.
So what is it we gotta save here?
Campus Radio, a Mentos by students for students. We're live 3 times a week.
What do I do with this message?
Just leave it for now. They'll resend it if it's important. Oh shit, we're on.
What do I do with...
Just leave it for now. They'll resend it if it's important.
I resent it. It's not important.
Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie. Somebody sent us a clip, and I'm not sure how to react to it, but maybe my co-host...
Bark,
yes.
bark.
Sadie hasn't. So, apparently, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host, preferably a woman. And that's where Sadie... I don't even know if she's really cool. She doesn't have a collar, so I guess...
To you. Hell, I sound like a minister, but this is real. I am real. I'm here, talking to you. Not because I'm special. We all are. We're just a group of concerned citizens who don't want to be... Help us. Try to reach the news station. Try it via other stations if that's what's needed. Use small stations if you need to. Start at the bottom and work the message up, all the way to the top. Connect with them on subjects that they're interested in. Match their worries, their concerns. Find the message that will make them take you seriously. And tell them. Tell them about the conspiracy. Tell them that we are being lied to. Please spread this important fact. Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time.
So it's the record button for this one is going to be the down. So now we're doing this, and now we switch over to the girl one.
Leads the group that activated the time loop. We will continue with our underground.
Could lead to a breakthrough in the related area of migraine research.
Has your research influenced your own?
Where did that one girl go? Oh, right here.
Because it will be packed. Also,
So now it was the up arrow.
Study Advice Center has extended its opening times due to high demands.
Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop.
What?
Campus Radio Mentos by students for students. We're live 3 times a week.
Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and
Let's see what it
shameless
says here now.
violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
Sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That sounded... Never mind.
We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do. If this is true, it's big.
Okay.
Wow.
Are we being lied to by the government?
This is a scoop, Ginny. We need to investigate the shit out of this.
I know.
Students, friends, anarchists, here is a personal favorite for you to enjoy while we investigate.
Doesn't have a collar, so I guess she's a...
Use the student's reaction and pass it on. Pass it on, so that eventually the harsh truth will reach the new...
T is answering...
In town, they'd better look at him with much respect and honor his crown. Your spade, he's in wrong. While thinking nothing of making a human being deranged.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
Sorry.
We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do.
Are we being lied to by the government? I know.
Okay, so we need to... I'm pressing the wrong buttons. We need to listen to the clip or we record. So we need to record again.
Amal McMillan.
Wait, what? We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously. We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do. If this is true, it's big. Wow.
Are we being lied to by the government? Are we being lied to by the government?
This is a scoop, Ginny. We need to investigate.
According to data, shows with 2 presenters are more successful.
Okay. Control says send clip.
So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host. Preferably a woman. Obviously.
Are we being lied to by the government?
Sadie, this one's for you, darling. Buck once for yes, twice for no. I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked Sadie up off the streets this morning? In fact, my canine sidekick is actually my producer's. She brought...
The harsh truth will reach the news outlets. Nobody will dare to answer the uncomfortable questions asked by our students. We're getting many messages from listeners. It's reassuring to know that people are hearing us and want to interact with us, but don't...
Every now and again. And that's where Sadie comes in, don't you, girl? Somebody sent us a clip, and I'm not sure how to react to it, but maybe my co-host has an appropriate...
Any woman that's not sat in the corner.
Your opinion on lying. Send us your statement on the subject.
Also, unless you have a clear statement about lying,
Okay, so we want to...
Are we being lied to by the government?
not taking any other useless...
Far too early to draw any conclusions.
So it's the up to send it.
Okay, I understand. What about possible positive side effects? By the way, we're getting many messages. Please be aware that we can't broadcast anything that hasn't been fact-checked, not even in the form of a question. Back to Professor Thomas.
Okay.
On this, over. Back. Whoever is on this same frequency, get off now. This is a train traffic control...
Spread them to the right channel. This is our only chance to have them being heard. We're getting many messages from listeners.
Next!
You must... Rooms, club, house, court, rooms, club, house, court, rooms, jailhouse, feeling threatened by the very distant prospect of change. Thinking nothing of making a human being deranged.
Let's try this again.
Amal McMillan.
Wait, what? Sorry, we said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do. If this is true, it's...
So it's the up arrow. No. Down
It's
arrow.
big. We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do. If this is true, it's big.
Alright, so we're just going based off of that.
Are we being lied to by the government?
You know the deal. Just
So now I gotta send the clip.
tell the story and the meter will rank it. And if you make the top 5, you get a top prize.
Right.
So, Rakeem, tell us your tall tale. Out with it, babe. I'm dying with excitement.
I know.
Chickening out, Rakeem?
An, at this moment, fictitious situation after all.
Let me pause this interview just a moment. To our audience, we're receiving a lot of questions. Keep sending us any remarks you might...
Thanks, Mac. Yeah, I'll remember that for the speech at your funeral.
Okay.
Whoever is on this... On time, yes.
Even so, we can play him at his own game. Turn his own words against him. We're getting many messages from listeners.
Anyway, Sadie's specialty is answering questions about the government. So, if you have any, please send them in.
Okay.
And Sadie will bark once for yes and twice for no. Somebody sent us a clip, and I'm not sure how to react to it, but maybe my co-host has an appropriate response. Yes, I totally agree. Anyway.
So now we gotta...
Am I on? Yeah, I think it's a disgrace. Picking up a stray dog just for laughs? She must be terrified and overheated with all those studio lights.
Studio lights? Hey, we're not on TV, mate. If we were, you could have seen that Sadie's wagging her tail. Next!
You must think you're so funny with a female dog. I thought you were a feminist. Asshole.
Feminism is so overrated. I'm just pro-humans in general. Oh yeah, and dogs. Next! And can I just remind you all that Sadie's specialty is answering yes-no questions on the subject of the government. So please help us raise the quality of this show and send us your questions!
Yes?
Of the day.
All right, this is going to be a short
So what is
rant.
it we need to do now?
You know when you're in line to buy something and there's lots of people behind you? Next time, Take your fucking money out of your purse before it's your turn. I mean, it's not like you have anything else to do while waiting. Thank you on behalf of the people behind you.
Are we being lied to by the government?
Sadie, this one's for you, darling. Buck once for yes, twice for no. I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked Sadie up off the streets this morning? In fact, my canine sidekick is actually my producer's. She brought her dog to work today, and I thought it'd be fun to wind up the station managers a bit.
And when the time comes, when we have enough...
Well, guess what?
I need to investigate the shit out of this.
Peter will rank it, and if you make the top 5, you get a top prize.
Charlie Thomas. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health, am I correct?
Yes. You have to remember, it's all very academic, though. We've researched an, at this moment, fictitious situation, after all. Together with our colleagues from the physics department, we have developed models to simulate a possible time loop.
Your report mentions brain tumors. Should we be worried?
Let me put it this way. Think of our report as a medication information leaflet.
Are you talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor, chances have been proven to be incredibly slim, even in a test environment.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be more likely.
You're twisting my words.
I'm not saying anything.
What is it we need to do
The
here?
name should give specialties.
So we're going to redo this one. We did the question about being lied to by the government.
Amal McMillan.
Wait, what? We said we...
Are we being lied to by the government? Are we being lied to by the government?
Okay.
This is a scoop, Ginny. We need to investigate the shit out of this.
I know.
Here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again. Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie. Sadie hasn't found her radio voice yet, but a bowl of water should do the trick. So, basically...
So we did this part.
The station management has been suggesting we should find a co-host for ages now. Somebody sent us a clip, and I'm not sure how to react to it, but maybe my co-host has an appropriate
so let's see
response.
what the co-host says.
Yes, I totally agree. Anyway, apparently, according to data, shows with 2 presenters are more successful. So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host, preferably a woman, obviously. And that's where Sadie comes in.
I didn't mean that.
Somebody sent us a clip, and yes, I don't even know if she's really called that. She doesn't have a
Okay, so I just messed up. So we're gonna record this again.
When you're in line to buy something and there's lots of people behind you, next time, take your fucking money out of your purse before it's your turn. I mean, it's not like you have anything else to do while waiting. Thank you on behalf of the people behind you.
Are we being...
Sadie, this one's for you, darling. Buck once for yes, twice for no.
Okay, so...
I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked Sadie?
So... Controls...
Sadie up off... And that's where Sadie comes in. Don't you, girl?
So I pressed the wrong button.
In fact, my canine sheep will get... Please, well... So, so in order... And that... I don't even know if she's really... She doesn't have a... So, if you...
Am I on? Yeah, she must be terrified.
Studio.
You must think you're...
Feminism. And can I so...
my boy, my sweet, loyal boy.
So, we're supposed to be able to go here.
I know.
Students, friends, anarchists, Here is a personal favorite for you to enjoy while we
So we gotta go back through this again.
Campus Radio
Amal McMillan.
Wait, what? Sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That sounded... Never mind.
We said we...
Are we being lied to by...
Okay, so right here is where we record. No. Down arrow is that.
Are we being lied to by the
Alright, so we brought it to the dog already.
This is a
But
scoop.
we're supposed to...
We need to investigate the...
And it was fun.
We will show them.
My statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong.
Into the recorded clip. Record.
Wrong with... So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again. Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie. Sadie hasn't found her radio voice yet, but a bowl of water should do the trick. So, basically, the station management has been suggesting...
Use the idea.
Well, for ages now.
One of your teachers, right?
Controls is send clip for up.
Tell the story.
Rakeem, what's happening, babe?
Meanwhile, our listeners sent us this.
So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again.
Do you agree, Shell?
Well, let me tell you a story. I was supposed to go out with my friend yesterday, but she canceled.
Bummer. You should have called me instead.
You wish. Anyway, so my friend said she was
Okay, I keep forgetting what key. It is the record as a down.
having
Because it says time
my
loop
friend
here.
said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented, and it's messing with her mind.
Okay.
Sounds like something messed up her mind, all right?
Exactly. I just didn't want to call bullshit and risk upsetting her.
So, where will we do this now?
Great.
There's
Picking
nothing
up
there.
a stray dog just for laughs? She must be terrified and...
The official channels. So let's pursue the chain.
Okay. Maybe it's this one. We'll send the clip.
We're almost there. We're getting many messages from listeners. It's reassuring to know that people are hearing us and want to interact with us. But don't forget that the first step is to spread the word beyond us. We will continue with our underground actions, and when the time comes, when we have enough people rallied, we will rise up. We will show them that we know what's going on. We will make them suffer. So help us before the loop resets again and things are forgotten. You can make an impact. You can change. We've uncovered new information that needs to be shared. Information that is, we're counting on you. Look at what we did. The elite won't. You will have to put the truth in front of them, publicly, if you want them to embrace it. You have heard. It's time to connect their info to the news.
Over. Any empty platform will do, friend.
We will continue with our underground actions. And when the time comes, when we have enough people rallied, we will rise up. We will show them that we know what's going on. So help us before...
Please welcome my new co-host.
Now.
Oops. Oh, shit. It's time for my favorite segment. Yay! It's time for Tall Tales. Today, we're calling Rakeem, who has an amazing story to tell.
It's...
I didn't mean that. Arg.
Yes?
Is that...
Bob here, Rakeem. Bit shy,
I just
are ya?
messed it
No
up,
need
y'all.
to be. Your story sure isn't.
Your story?
I'm pressing the wrong button.
She's really called that.
I'm waiting below.
Like I say, she... So...
Am I... She must must be. You must think you're
feminine. And can I just so, please?
Yes, hello? My boy, my sweet, loyal boy. He slept
of the day. All right, you know when you're in line to buy something and next time? I mean, it's not like, thank you.
Are we being lied to by the...
Sadie! I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked... In fact, she brought her dog to... Well, guess what? So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it.
Okay. So we're going to go to controls, and we're going to recopy this, right? That's the down arrow.
So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again. Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie. Sadie hasn't found her radio voice yet, but a bowl of water should do the trick. So, basically, the station management has been suggesting we should find a co-host for ages now.
So we sent that to here.
It's ringing!
Yes?
And then you send the clip.
Is that Rakeem? This is Michelle from Fresh FM. You're live on the radio.
Wow. Bob here, Rakeem. Bit shop.
Your story is one of...
Our tall tale meter has been set up and calibrated, so bring it on.
Thanks for all your messages. By the way, we just...
You mean you love get...
At least, anyway, your best chance to get on the air is to send something that actually ties in with what we're talking about, okay? Thanks. At least, anyway, thanks for all...
Yep.
At least, anyway...
Which is interesting because we think this could lead to a breakthrough in the related area of migraine research.
I thought I shared this
We're
already.
getting some messages that are psychology and ethics. Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for.
But if you can't advise us, who can?
The government does a lot of...
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive.
Please stand by while we're resetting our call system.
Has promised to provide them with extra details. Foreign politics should not influence the will of our nation. Unquote.
Please stand by while we're resetting our call system.
Went up in flames last night. 2 victims were killed, both of them employees of the factory. It's unclear whether the ballots for the upcoming time loop vote were affected. The police...
Having pulsating headaches because the time loop...
Okay, so this is the one we needed to capture again.
So, my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented. And it's messing with her mind.
Sounds like something messed up her mind, all right?
Exactly. I just didn't want to call...
So now we need to send with the up arrow.
Bullshit and...
You'll be able to send us your messages again. Just a second. We've received an interesting message.
So, my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented. And it's messing with her mind.
Pulsating headaches. This sounds very much like...
Okay. So we record.
Like something you found in your research.
It does. But since the time loop hasn't been implemented yet, this is most likely something else.
To be honest, we've gotten some messages from listeners who seem adamant that the time loop has already been implemented.
And you have investigated this?
No, we've not discussed this until now because, obviously, we have a duty to stick to the facts and not spread uninvestigated rumors.
Obviously, and I certainly don't want to add fuel to stories like that.
But this individual with headache symptoms could be the missing link we're looking for.
I have to be honest, I am intrigued. My science heart is beating faster, so to say.
And my investigative journalism heart. If you're the person experiencing the headaches, please get in touch. I feel we have a moral duty to investigate this. Also, Minister Amal Macmillan is in the studio tomorrow. I'll personally see to it that we discuss these details with her.
Okay.
I won't rest until we get to the bottom of this. That's my promise to you as a journalist.
All right, apparently we got it that way. Alright, so now we're on the next one.
This sound was designed by us to help uncover the truth.
Okay.
Behind this sound lies a piece of code with the power of stabilizing an unsteady frequency. We believe it will be useful to find important information about the you know how to destroy. You can also cancel the stabilization of a frequency. The frequency will go back to its initial state, so you will leave no trace.
Left side, 9. Stand by, please. Driver on vehicle, speed. Left side, 9. Stand by, please. Driver on vehicle, speed.
Okay. How do you...
Going in. Time loop.
Being a different host.
Make them listen. If everybody does it, this program is our last. If you've used the stabilizer at the wrong moment, you can always use it again to reset what you've done.
But how do we use it?
We'll keep on fighting. This sound was designed to uncover the truth.
So how do we do the stabilizer? Oh! Okay. So we record the stabilizer.
This sound was designed by us to help uncover the truth. Whatever you're trying to send me, save it for the media. I have whatever you're trying to send me, save it for the media. I have no use for it.
So we gotta get back to the beginning again.
If we'll...
Oh, I missed the stabilizer sound. Okay.
Whatever you're trying to...
Ah, I did it again. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. It's down to record. Okay.
Behind this sound.
And I press the button up to send. I keep forgetting what I'm doing.
Sure. Check dossier number 5. That's a
Oh. Okay.
profile on Winston or whatever.
So then I record this one, right?
Check dossier number 5. That's a profile on Winston or whatever his name is.
Winston's not his real name?
Unlikely. Real identity is still unclear though. They suspect he's local, has a family, most likely recently lost his job. That would explain why he's now acting the way he is, holding the government responsible for the fact that he can't hold a job.
They're all like that.
Oh, don't generalize, Martin. You're a police officer. This Winston is our main target. We need to get him into custody as soon as possible. We have reason to believe he is our RMB1.
Okay, so we're gonna want to record that, right? They're immune to it. Down, record. So now they're talking about an immunity to the time reset. The time loop.
Right. I don't get it.
While everyone gets reset by the time loop, these citizens don't. They remember everything, which is a problem when they oppose the government.
Right.
The presence of citizens unaffected by the time loop could endanger our government's plans regarding it.
If the time loop gets voted in, you mean?
Sorry? Ah, yes.
Okay, so it is send clip is the up arrow.
Constantly, and my feet hurt, but I keep going. My colleagues keep going, dedicating our lives to serving the nation.
I'm sorry to interrupt the interview, but we've received a recording from a listener that we need to broadcast.
When the time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory resets, but some citizens are immune to this.
What is your reaction, Mrs. Macmillan?
No comment.
No comment.
More and more details are being uncovered about the implications of the time loop.
It's the up arrow if we send it.
And you keep quiet. I think it might be safe to say that the government is becoming less and less trustworthy by the minute. Thank you, listeners, for valuing this station and our journalistic work. We will not let you down. Thank you for trusting us with this information. We will investigate and we will find the truth.
Find the truth. Complete Chapter 3. I got an achievement. Chapter 4, Part 1.
What's happening? If anybody is listening, our broadcasting room is currently being invaded.
The broadcasting room's being invaded.
A police team has breached the door and is now rounding up my colleagues.
So record.
I'm in a separate room and I'm...
Hey, open that door!
Open that
Keep
door!
the lines open as long as I can. Everybody needs to hear what's
We
happening.
need to hear what's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
What is going on?
Stop broadcasting now!
We will never stop. No matter how often you reset us.
How often?
Hands on your
Do we
head.
record that?
Our citizens' rights are under threat. We will not stand down.
The head you will.
Jenny, if you hear this, open the letter. Jenny, if you hear this, open the letter.
Okay, so where does that go to?
Where is that button?
So we're gonna send it with the up arrow, but where?
Yesterday, I was entrusted with
Send it to
important
this one?
information by one of our listeners. By the way, listeners, I do appreciate very much that you keep sending us messages. If they are of immediate importance, we'll...
Okay.
Even though I overstepped the line with Minister Macmillan, you, the public, still trusted me, and I'm humbled by that. You know, years ago, but I have to be honest, while I climbed the ranks and eventually landed this job, I hardly ever got to investigate or research. I was basically just rewriting.
Trying to find out feel I has missed.
Okay. So all we get on this one is radio?
If we're in a time loop, which part is looping? Oh, and we keep receiving clips from our listeners, but what's the point in answering? I mean, our listeners keep forgetting what we just said, am I right?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
Which parts do we repeat?
Put it out there. If the list is fake, we put people in danger.
Where there's
So I
smoke,
gotta send it to one of
there's
these.
fire. They're bound to have done something wrong. Wait. This is some weird shit.
Oh, here we go. I think I found it.
If you hear this, open the letter.
Dad? Where? Who?
We're getting multiple versions of this message sent to us at the moment. Apparently it's that underground group. They got arrested. Wait, did you just say Dad?
Where did I... Here.
Jenny?
He gave me this for if something happened to him.
Okay, here we go. Names.
It's names.
Like the list I got? Those names?
This is a list of all the other known RMB1. People who aren't reset by the time loop.
Is this the one we need to record?
This is a list of all the other known RMB1. People who aren't reset by the time loop. If anything happens to me, please distribute their names so these people can be protected before the police gets to them too. We need to broadcast this.
Girl, you change fast. Just a minute ago, you were dead against revealing my list.
I still am. We just need this list.
So basically, we're disagreeing about either nailing the bad guys or protecting the good guys. Okay, you know what? Let them come to us. For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are involved in the time loop scandal.
For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are
Okay, so I think this is the one we have to record. The down
not
arrow.
affected. For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are not affected by the time loop.
Let's see who's listening and what they'll do with this info.
I'll do it myself.
You're in no state to do anything, Jen. First, you need to find out what's happening to your dad.
Dad.
Alright, so we obviously have it to send it somewhere now.
Wait. This is some...
Jenny, if you hear this...
I'm Loop Vote. What
Okay, so
should I do?
now the button again is to up to send the clip. We're just going to send it to each radio and it's going to work for
We're
one of them.
just doing some plain old-fashioned complaining today.
For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are not affected by the time loop.
Huh. Is this about those people who remember the loop? Bet you that the people on that list are just a bunch of nutters like our own dear Anon. Let's not go there. Before you know it, they'll all start calling me with their theories. I think I'll just sit this one out. Wait until it's on the news. Who's there?
Lillian here.
Well,
I don't mind that you're rude, but please use the...
correct.
You keep saying that conspiracy theorists must be institutionalized, but...
Okay, so where else am I sending this? It's just static.
If anybody is listening, our broadcasting room is currently being
What if we send it back to here? But it's with the up arrow.
A police team has breached the door. I will keep the lines open as long as I can. Everybody needs to hear what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
Stop broadcasting now!
So I guess you can't send it to this one. I'm just trying to resend it over and over again to this one, but it's not.
Often you reset us. Hands on your head. Our citizens' rights are under threat. We will not stand down.
The hell you will. There's news.
Thank you for your message. Due to the current live reporter connection, we are not able to process. Please resend your messages after the...
For anyone who is
Okay, here we go.
interested, I have a list of people who are not affected by the time loop.
What is this? This was sent to us? Campus Radio? People not affected by the time loop? This ties in with the info we got yesterday. The so-called RMB1s. If loop immunity exists, this is a huge deal. Let's get that list and see who's on it. I need to talk to those people.
Okay, we got to the next one. The vote. So now we got the vote.
Students, friends, activists, it's your girl Kaya here. Today is the day. We're reclaiming the vote, reclaiming time, reclaiming our lives. So, after that list from Jenny's dad got out there, things have been moving fast. We know the time loop has already started. Our vote is useless, and the people who know what's going on are rounded up by the police right now. That list backfired. The police say that's not happening
Okay.
at all, but we
No,
are
it's not happening
wrong.
at all.
We have no idea what happened to Jenny's dad. Friends, students, intellectual
shit is
raiders of
on.
the free spirit, this shit is on. So here's what we're doing. 1, we need to occupy the polling stations, barricade them, stop the vote.
It's got to be that, right? Record down.
If nobody... 1, we need to occupy the polling stations, barricade them, stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins. 2, if we want to stop the vote, we need materials. Got things like ropes,
We may wanna
locks,
come
chains,
back to
tents.
this.
We want to hear from you. 3, we need food.
Why does it sound like we're having to do a lot of
Let's
things
fill
on this
those
one?
polling stations with...
Who's calling?
Hi, Ennis. It's Lillian. I was just wondering how the dog was doing.
Dead. Next.
Dead?
Yes, my man.
Really?
So you're not giving your opinion on anything?
Nope.
Well, maybe we send it to this one. What's the name of the button again? Up.
Has been, and you have
I don't
no
think it's this
opinion
one.
on that?
None. None whatsoever.
1, we need to occupy the polling stations, barricade them, stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins.
Barricade stuff? What's all this about? Activism? No thanks.
No thanks.
Been there, done that. No, thank you. Sounds more like a news item anyway. Use your imagination.
News item. So we got to send it to the news thing.
Self-mockery. You could do much better than that. All right.
So news.
Oh, broadcast.
Okay,
I
so
haven't
we send
actually
it to
been
this one.
informed
I keep forgetting what key it is, so it's up.
on the nature of your call. We heard you were holding a press conference later today.
We are, but I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you live on air.
I'm flattered, but I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Thanks to your continuing trustworthy reporting, you were able to get the scoop of the existence of a list of RMB1s. And thanks to your active investigation, we were able to take action on these individuals immediately.
1, we need to occupy the polling stations, barricade them, stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins.
Well, well, it seems like there are still terrorist groups active. We need...
This is News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, the alleged list of so-called RMB1s, people immune to the time loop reset, has caused a lot of commotion since its existence was revealed. Police teams have visited several homes and other locations in the country in order to find the source of this list. Meanwhile, the fate of the terrorist group that was arrested yesterday is... While shots were heard and ambulances arrived on the scene, however, the arresting...
1, we need to occupy the polling stations.
Okay, now let's see if
barricade
this one
them,
comes up with
stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins.
Well, well, it seems like we need to occupy the polling stations. That sounds like a clear threat. The only way this could be done is with violence. That would suggest this group has access to weapons. And that...
Uh-oh.
That would mean they're allies of the terrorist group that was arrested yesterday. We have heard that the terrorists were planning to blow up polling stations. Could this be a...
What if the time...
Oh, wait.
This is breaking news. Please stay with us while the story unfolds.
1. We need to occupy...
Okay, so it sounds like we need to go back and get 2, because there's 3 different steps, right?
Occupier and start ordering now. If you... Wait, how do they... Listen, who... It's... We... All... Soon... We'll get... Jenny, if you hear this, stay strong. Students, we know that we have 1. We
Okay,
need
so now we
2.
need this one.
If we want to stop the vote,
And I keep forgetting the key. So next up is the down arrow.
we need 2. If we
Alright.
want to stop the vote, we need materials. Got things like
So what we're doing with this game is you're just sending messages back and forth, is what you're doing.
3. We need food. Let's fill those polling stations with pizzas. The personnel.
Hi, Ennis. It's Lillian.
I'm assuming we send
People
it right
very
back
serious.
to the same guy.
Really weird.
Betray
The
the
news.
trust you have in us. There have been many opinions and
And then I gotta press the up arrow to send it.
concerns, but today is the moment to make your voice heard and your vote count. Thank you.
Stay tuned for live reactions and exit polls from our own reporter, Tommy Begay, who will be travelling between polling stations today. Thank you all for joining us on this eventful Friday. We just received this message during the headlines.
1. We need to occupy the polling stations. Barricade them. Stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins.
Well, it seems like there are still terrorist groups active. We need to occupy the polling... that would suggest this group has... We have heard that the terrorists were planning to blow up polling stations.
So when do we send this?
Could this be a call for suicide bombers? This is breaking news. Please stay with us while the story unfolds. And now, we have a guest calling in. Detective Chiray, are you there?
I am, Mr. Peterson. Thank you for allowing me into your broadcast.
I haven't actually been informed on the nature of your call.
We are, but I wanted to take this opportunity to...
So it's not letting me send 2 to this one. I would have thought we'd be sending 2 to this one.
This is News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, the alleged list of so-called police teams have visited several homes and other locations in the country in order to find the source of this list. While shots...
2. If
There
we
it
want
goes.
to
Now
stop
it
the
let us
vote,
send it.
we need materials. Got things like ropes.
I don't think this message is meant for us. We're a news station, not a hard...
Okay,
Day,
so hardware's
as
for it.
everybody's getting ready to vote.
To celebrate this, we decided to make the ultimate list of songs about time.
2.
I'm done with it. I don't ever want to hear the word vote.
Not the best day to decide that.
I don't care. No more messages. No more news. No, I just want to sleep.
Your local occupier and start ordering now. Thanks for your messages. We're trying to... If you need material... If you own or work in a hardware store and you're supporting the cause... Wait, I'm getting some messages. News 1, really? And we're terrorists now? How do they dare call them... Listen, I need you to keep spreading our...
To have one opinion less. Although I'm sorry it has to be yours, I mean, I know a lot of other people. I'd rather have them keep their mouth shut. Am I right?
I don't know.
Wow, you don't even have an opinion on that?
Yeah, thanks. Next!
2. If we want to stop the vote...
What's that about? Ropes and chains? Well, it sounds like one of those kinky dance parties they're always going
I got
on
an
about at
achievement
Fresh
confusing
FM.
the dude.
Don't think partying will ever stop the vote. Partying never stopped anything. But your brain, perhaps, temporarily. Call me again if you have a better idea. Prove you know me well. And now, let me finish.
The rant of the day.
It's just radio
At
static.
one of the polling stations. Smiley...
Use 1. So what are we missing? It's one of the ones we have to send to.
#1 radio DJ.
We're back on the DJ.
Good.
All right, cough, quaff, quaff.
What Michelle meant to say was, good morning, everyone. It's your favorite station with your favorite hosts. It's the...
Thanks, Bob.
2. If we want...
I'm done with it. I don't...
We need materials. Got things like rope...
Not the best day.
I don't care. I just want... Just play some
And they're back to the music.
But we need more. Wait, How did... It's gonna be a long day.
I didn't mean to press
our
that button.
Our lines are open and our studio too. I'm declaring this studio the hub of the student protest. What now?
Of other people, I'd rather have them keep their mouths shut. Am I right?
I don't know. Are you?
What?
Yeah.
2.
What's that about? Ropes and chains? Well,
it
sounds like one of those. Don't think partying will ever stop the vote. Call me again if you have a better idea. Prove.
So I'm missing one of them.
Prove you know me well. And now. Am I doing this? But it's all because you listen to the people you agree with, and you dream on. That's it. I'm out. So, NSB.
Hi, Ennis.
Dead.
Ennis! So,
None.
Wow, hardcore. I bet you're crying like a baby tonight when you're all alone and you realize nobody loves you.
If I do.
2.
What's that about? Don't think call me a... Whoops.
Don here. I fully support what you're trying to do.
Wow. Thanks, man. That means a lot to me.
2.
What's that about? Don't think partying will ever stop the vote.
I gotta be playing it on the wrong time or something.
Hell yeah!
List of so-called R&B ones, people immune to the time loop reset, has caused a lot of commotion since its existence was revealed on our show. Police...
2.
I don't think this message is meant for us. We're a news station, not a hardware store. Stop the vote, though? Let's keep an eye on this. Polling stations have opened an hour ago. For today's vote, long lines have already formed. Minister Macmillan, who is currently in hiding because of the threats
so it looks
on
like
her
it
life,
let me do it already.
made an unexpected appearance, smiling and waving to the crowds. When asked,
I can assure you that we are on. There have been many opinions and...
So let's go back to step 3. This is all static, nothing else.
None.
Wow, hardcore.
If I do...
Really? And we're terrorists now? How did... Listen, What now?
Alright, so we got 1.
Soon we'll live in a future in which we get sick. Students, friends, activists, it's your girl Kaya here. Today is the...
Alright, so we're on 3.
2, 3. We need food.
Okay, so let's see if we did that correctly and record this one.
Let's fill 3. We need food. Let's fill those polling stations with pizzas. The personnel won't know what hit them. They'll think that we're just there for a while, that we'll leave when we get hungry, but if...
Ennis, my man! Your opinion on anything?
Nope.
Controls is up, right?
So I can just call you an obnoxious has-been and you have no opinion on that?
3. We need food. Let's fill those polling stations with pizzas. The personnel won't know what hit them.
Now this I like. Let's prank that vote. So, what are we doing? Sending pizzas to polling stations to throw in their faces? Love it. I needed this to lighten up the day. Hell, we all needed it. I'm going all in. Now, let's order pizzas.
All right,
what's the
pizza
address
it
of the
is.
biggest polling station? Let's see. I'll just order 100? No, 1,000. Who cares? We can only vote once. And obviously, it has to be pineapple pizza.
Pineapple pizza!
Imagine throwing those wet slices of fruit in their faces. Okay, so I'm going for the polling place at the train station. Yes, I reckon it'll take about 30 minutes for the first pizzas to arrive, so get to the train station and be ready to throw some pizza. I'll be going there directly after the show. This day's turning out quite nicely.
Interesting. He really wants to do a prank. Oh, we completed it. Okay.
Good evening. This is your Minister, Amal McMillan, speaking to you live. On behalf of the entire government, I would like to thank you, the people, for your continued support for the time loop.
Okay.
The outcome of the vote has been crucial for us to know that we are indeed on the right track. From a personal point of view, I cannot wait to see our nature blossom again. Soon there will be plants and... However, the government does acknowledge that there are people who are aware of the process of the time loop and might not feel at home in this loop. In this scheme, they will be although we will be sad to see people leave our growing economy, we support free choice and respect any remembrant who chooses to leave. We do want to emphasize, however, that this extraction is permanent and cannot be to all remembrance. We say, if you are
If you don't like it, leave. Is that what they're saying?
So I thought I'd sign off with a song. Something new I wrote. You heard it here first. Now it's just... It's been a rock, slowly free. Am I of stone? Is this? Let me go, let me go. Let me go.
Apparently, let me go.
Mentos Campus Radio. There are currently no students available to host this station. We appreciate your announcement. The meeting of the Student Council, today's special lunch menu.
And now, Stay by Araignée du Soir.
Something that's going to... We need something that's going to go through and give some type of order. Somewhere unexpected? No. Ooh, you think that's going to be one of them? Probably not. Try that one. So where would we send it to? Is there anything else? Nothing else. We'll see if there's anything else on the other radios. Maybe
You're
we
listening
recorded
to
the
a
wrong one.
Mentos. Until further, we appreciate your involvement.
Hope you've enjoyed your day, and tomorrow will be just as awesome.
Thank you for listening. Indeed, I offering you relevant.
Wouldn't do.
Let's just do one station at a time.
Bob were here,
So the up.
he'd probably say, well, that means they can do anything then. I really appreciate some of you. Let's just say I'm not impressed by abusive men. This radio station is all about. It does feel lonely. Weird. Some of you.
Interesting response.
I knew he. It wasn't.
Okay, let's go over here.
Government
and send it to this one.
officials who pass by to get to their work are instructed to ignore the protesters.
We appreciate your involvement.
Members, their father, many of them.
Do we send it to the radio set? I don't think anything's going to spawn there.
I wish all of our citizens a beautiful and prosperous life. Thank you again for supporting this
I'm
new and
thinking I
exciting
copied
step
the
in
wrong
history.
thing.
Thank you for your choice, Remembrant.
Wait.
You have chosen to stay. We appreciate your trust in the time loop.
Oh, because we're saying to stay in the time loop. So we're staying in the time loop. Oh. Wait, did I just accidentally beat the game? It's the only thing that made sense to record. We beat the game! We beat the game! I don't know fully of what I did. I understand some of the messages going back and forth, but yeah. Alright, y'all, here we go. And we're tired. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. So, we beat the game! We beat the game! We beat the game! Yeehaw! We beat the frickin' game! And we are done for the time being. We're gonna wrap